It's not clickbait. On March 9th, I'll be hosting my last Theory episode, at which point I'll be handing off the channels to someone else.
So why are so many YouTubers quitting? Not just MatPat here, but also Tom Scott, Meat Canyon, and Seth Everman have all been quitting in a very recent time. Not to mention people like Stampy and Captain Sparkles, who are completely quitting making their Let's Play videos on Minecraft. But most of them are relatively still gonna be coming back or staying around, appearing every so often. But it really seems like so many are quitting, especially recently. I think it's just because multiple have quit within the last week that it just seems like so many. It's OGs, like the Game Theorists has been around for a long time. I think like 13 years or something, with MatPat hosting it. And I'll let Matt here explain a little bit more of his reasons, and then I'll get into that.
Normally, I would want to script out something like this pretty precisely. But with an announcement like this, I wanted to bring it back to just us. There's no one else in the room. There's no teleprompters. There's no nothing. It's just the way that this whole thing started. It's a conversation between us. And sorry that I keep getting emotional about this. I'll try not to, but it's a big deal. You know, like, if you think about it, this channel is Steph and my first child, really. Before we had Ollie, before we had Skip, MatPat, like, it was this. This was our baby. This channel has been going for 13 years. I think in total it's somewhere around like 1,200 theories. And only...
I'm not going to say that I've always watched his videos and stuff. I've seen some of his videos, but you know, I'm not like a long time viewer or anything, but still seeing him tear up like that makes it hard to watch. He's one of the OGs of YouTube.
Which then I guess prompts the question of like, why? Why am I doing this now? Why am I making this announcement today? Why am I walking away from the channels? Well, to be honest, it was Tom Scott. You can blame Tom Scott. Tom just did his farewell video and I'm like, well, he was able to do it.
My guy Tom Scott literally flew away in a helicopter into the sunset.
Today is probably largely the same as Tom's reasons, or Seth Everman's, or Captain Sparkles, or Papa Meats, or Stampy Longheads. Like, there's a lot of these videos that are coming out these days, and there's gonna be a lot more happening throughout this year. Steph and I have known this video would be coming for the last 3 years. We weren't sure it was necessarily gonna be today. We didn't know exactly when it would fall, but we knew it was gonna happen eventually. That's why over the last couple years we've been staffing up so much. That's why we partnered with a larger company to help run the channels. That's why we've been spending so much time outside of this box training up the team to make the best videos that they can, because we knew that we couldn't do this forever. We knew that honestly we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you and I love overthinking things and I love theorizing, I don't love late nights. I don't love the fact that Steph and I have been work first for over a decade, where I'm sitting down at dinner with my best friend and we're talking about business logistics, or we're talking about animatronic toes. I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games, and it's not for content. Or I'm playing a game and I'm not thinking about what theories are gonna come out of that. I miss it. So that's a big reason. That was a big one right there. But also just the internet's changing. My life has changed in the last 13 years. I mentioned Ollie before. He's the coolest little dude, and he's getting older by the minute. And I watch him, and he has so much fun, and he is so much smarter than I was when I was his age. He also probably knows the FNAF lore better than I do, which is a problem that I should probably address at some point. But honestly, I want to be able to spend more time with him. Another sad fact of the matter is I'm getting older. I'm 37 now. The other day, I actually had to...
I just want to say, he looks amazing for being 37. He does not look 37. He's keeping his age pretty well.
Google my own age. And you know that when you have to start like doing math in your head to calculate how old you are over the hill, my friends. Though to be fair, to my credit, I think I'm like the only 37-year-old out there who has an unironic appreciation of Skibbity Toilet. Then again, maybe that's the problem, right? Like, maybe that.
So it seems very reasonable. He wants more time to spend with his family. He doesn't want to have to stress about work all the time, stay up late nights. And he's just overworking himself for years now. He wants to take a break, which is completely understandable. He's probably one of the most hardworking YouTubers that there are right now. And I think it's a common theme that a lot of YouTubers burn themselves out because, of course, it's a dream job. I would love to have the job. It's what I'm working on. But it's still a job for a lot of people, and they work really hard, and it still makes them worn out and tired. And just like everybody with a normal job, they need a vacation or they need to retire, in which case they can retire early because they're YouTubers. Like, I can understand my job in real life, I'm super tired of. It's very monotonous and I don't enjoy it. That's why I'm trying to do this instead. But even for people that are doing YouTube, it still can turn into a hard job. It still is crazy to see that these OG YouTubers, these huge YouTubers are leaving the platform. And, you know, they'll still be around. They might pop back up here and then, like MatPat has said. Like, he's got food theory and he's got his own, like, style business too and everything that he's working on. So he has a lot of things that he's going to be working on behind the screen, behind the cameras. But I've seen that he is going to be in the camera sometimes.
It opens up the door for me to turn the script. For the last 13 years, I've been commenting on other people's IP, but now that I'm stepping out of those roles, I get to create the IP. Still as a part of Theorist, but I get to create things that are going to challenge those new hosts of the channel. Things that I've had in the back of my mind from years of studying media that I can now make a reality, and the channels can comment on them. Things like, for instance, I have a lo-fi mystery series that I think you're really gonna dig. It's basically like if you took a lo-fi channel and applied an ARG narrative to it, it becomes lore-fi. I am so stoked about this. The music is sounding really good. The animations are coming together really well. That's going to be launching in a couple weeks. We'll see if Lee over on Film Theory is going to be able to solve it. In April, I'm actually going to be coming back onto Style Theory to host a giant fashion show that we're doing there. We all collectively had this thought of like, hey, online brands, online influencers are coming up with their own apparel lines. Why is there no place to showcase that sort of stuff? And then it hit us like, hey, we have a style and fashion channel. Why aren't we doing it ourselves? Creators in Fashion by Style Theory, that is coming to you.
So he's not completely going away, but he's not going to be the host of the Game Theorists anymore. He, I'm sure, might pop up now and again to cameo in a video, like Stan Lee in Marvel movies. But he's got other projects he gets to focus on now. Now let's go take a look at Tom Scott.
This isn't the standard YouTuber burnout apology video, and it's not, oh, woe is me, I'm leaving forever. I'm going somewhere with this. Literally. I've been throwing stuff at the internet since 1999, and for many years, that stuff went almost nowhere. I had occasional bits of success, but I could never make any of them last long term. I remember thinking so many times during all those years, will any of this stuff I'm making ever work? Well, this did. I didn't know that back when I was filming the first videos for the series that was then called Things You Might Not Know. I just held out my phone at arm's length and talked into it for 90 seconds with almost no research. I really don't like those videos now. But the first of them was published exactly 10 years before this one, to the minute, 4 p.m, January the 1st, 2014. For the first month of that format, I was publishing a video almost every day, and then I settled down. One video a week, mostly on location near windswept infrastructure, but there's computer science and linguistics in there too, and occasional green screen animated videos. I experimented with other formats on other days, but the rule I set myself was Monday, 4 p.m, something interesting. I never got to space. I never got to the ocean depths, and I never got to fly harnessed underneath a helicopter. I couldn't find an excuse to do that one, but I never missed a week. There's been a few guest videos, of course, and occasionally some blatant filler. One time I just uploaded 2.5 hours of unedited footage of garlic bread flying to the edge of space, and that turned into one of the most viewed videos I've ever had. Sometimes a video would be a day or two early or late for one reason or another, but to my own satisfaction, which is ultimately the only thing I'm counting, there's been a video a week for 10 years. I never broke the streak.
That's impressive. A video a week for 10 years, and he makes very high quality videos too. I've watched a bunch of his content, and it's amazing what he can do. It's very educational. He's one of those few, like, actually, I feel like important educational channels on YouTube that's interesting to watch and entertaining. And I personally enjoy watching his videos.
I can't keep this up. This is my dream job, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I know I'm incredibly lucky, but a dream job is still a job, and it's a job that keeps getting bigger and more complicated, and I am so tired. There's nothing in my life right now except work. I did get close to burning out, but fortunately I always knew when to step back from the brink. And it's not like I can drop the quality back down. That's not how YouTube works these days. Over the last year or so, I have talked to some folks who are more successful than me, who were in this position a few years back. And it's clear that I now have two possible choices. I could keep making bigger and better things, keep climbing the ladder, build a business, hire full-time employees, and end up as a manager. And that would be great for someone who isn't me, but I know I'm bad at that, and I'd hate every second of it. So option two, I could not do that. I could do less and be happier.
That is very profound to say. Do less, be happier. You could do more, burn yourself out, do something you don't really enjoy yourself, but keep making money, keep getting those views up, keep getting those subscriptions. Or you could do less and be happier. I think a simple life is probably one that's most enjoyed. But not to be like, don't be boring. Still go on vacation, still travel, do stuff that you love. Just learn when to step back and take a break. I think it's important for everyone, not just for YouTubers, but for everyone to be able to look at how their life is, look at what they're doing, and really see if that's what's most important and if that's what they're really enjoying doing. I'm going a little bit off topic and a little bit of a tangent, but what's the point of life if you're miserable and stressed the whole time?
So I'm taking a break for some time. I don't know when or if I come back, but when I do, it won't be weekly, at least not in this format, not here. This probably isn't goodbye, like not forever. The podcast I host, Lateral, is still going out weekly. My newsletter's still going out. The Plus channel will probably return at some point. There'll likely be new technical difficulties episodes. There are links to all those things around here somewhere, and there will probably be all new projects here or somewhere else, projects that are experimental and weird and can fail, because I miss doing stuff like that. And when some fool comes along and goes, "Oh, you fell off, this new stuff isn't getting the views, is it?" Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This project has worked and it's time to move on. I'm still going to be looking for interesting things to film here. There'll probably still be videos here from time to time. But right now, I need to spend time with people I hold dear. I need there to be things in my life that are not work, and it's been years since that's been true. I never celebrated the milestones. Subscriber numbers weren't ever my goal, so I never did any big, so many subscribers thank you videos, but still, thank you to you watching and to everyone who's helped along the way. I did think that I should end this with a big, syrupy, sentimental, self-indulgent montage and head off into the sunset. And you know what? Just this once, for the first time in 10 years, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So it seems to be a common theme that these YouTubers are putting. Work first and everything else second. Because the thing with YouTube is if you take any time off, you're going to lose so much from what you had. You're going to lose, it could be hundreds of views, thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views. It really makes a huge difference. If you're not consistent, that person will go find their fix on a different video. Because there's so many different creators, it's such a competitive platform that if you're not regularly uploading, if you're not making new content, sometimes if you're not even making bigger and better content, then they will find someone else. That's why it's very intense and very tiring to make content, especially on this level. Now we're going to be checking out Meat Canyon's Goodbye.
Making this video, I don't know what I'm calling this video. I was thinking about calling it like goodbye. Things are changing. Things are definitely changing. This year has been very eye-opening for me. I have been doing these kinds of videos for like 5 years now, or coming up on 5 years. And I'm at this place where I just think I can do better, honestly. I think that like everything that I'm making now is in service to something negative. And by that, I mean uploading things every 2 weeks is all good and fun, but I feel like I'm doing it to try to get as
Those
many
parody videos
subscribers
are
as
pretty
I
good,
can,
though.
to try to make as much money as I can, you know, to keep this business floating up. I have this like weird fascination that I have to, you know, upload all the time and do all these things to be a part of the creator zeitgeist or culture. Maybe that's how I'll get respect from my peers and everything like that. It just sucks, honestly. It's fucking terrible. If I'm going to be completely
gold peak tee,
transparent,
though,
I
looks
have
good.
not been very happy making any of these videos for a long time. It doesn't mean that I think that any of the stuff that I make is relatively bad, even though there's some people that say it is. That's hurtful, but I'll take it. You know, it is what it is. Some of it's not even criticism. All right, some of it's just downright mean, but that's okay. But like, yeah, I mean, like looking back at this year, the first video I made was Logan Paul steals your wallet. Yeah, he's a thief. You know, is he a bad guy? I don't know him personally, but he does some dicey things. I don't know. But to make a cartoon about it, do I really give a shit at the end of the day? No. Velma is a panic attack. I mean, what the who cares? The show's bad. I mean, I don't know, right? The whole idea, I guess, is what I'm saying is that, like, the most fulfilling things I've made recently have been Melvin. Getting to know that character and getting to figure out what the fuck I want to do with him has been really fun. Smelly Smash Bros was a big one. Stink Fiend. All of these videos where I'm kind of like making my own monsters and stuff have been a lot more fulfilling, honestly. And while I don't want to completely ostracize my fan base because I know that you guys mostly show up for the parodies and stuff, I just want to be transparent that, like, moving forward, it's probably going to be a while until I make something again. I want to actually spend time making something that I enjoy, and I don't want to be put on this like pressure cooker to maintain this kind of upload schedule that really I'm the only person enforcing. It feels very counterproductive, and it's really been based in fear of like, how am I gonna pay my bills and all this stuff. But I have like another channel called Papa Meat that's doing really well, and if you haven't heard of that, feel free to check it out. We post like every 3 days, but that's becoming more of like my money maker actual job thing now. So I'm kind of at this place where I'm like, if this channel is supposed to be a place where I'm trying to actually creatively be genuine and be, you know, make something respectful or respectable, why the fuck am I trying to like put such a time limit on everything? It doesn't make sense.
I completely understand what he's talking about. He's not super proud of all the stuff he's doing. He feels like he could do a lot more. That's 100% reasonable, and I hope that he starts making more content that he's really proud of and happy about. And hopefully he'll return, make videos, and just upload them on here, and we'll get to see his works of art. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want, really. And yeah,